guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. My name is Sarah, also known as Laugh Love Langella, and in today's video we are going to be discussing the basic core key pieces you should be looking for if you are just starting out in your first home, your first apartment, your first space that's yours. What are some key pieces that you can look for? And today we are going to be specifically talking about vases, tablescape items, pillows and throws, and bedding. So I have my full little workup here. This was actually a video request from Victoria, and I was super thrilled when she reached out to me and just kind of was like, where do I even start? And that is the biggest question. When there are so many retailers and so many choices, where do you even begin? And so the easiest thing that I can say is this is going to be discussing primarily neutral items, just because you're going to get the most bang for your buck. You can invest, that's a huge one, invest in some core pieces. That way you're not going and buying even a $30 vase every season, rather than spending $60 that you can use all year round. So we will get to that. I'm jumping ahead a little bit. I'm excited. But where do we begin? The best thing that you can do is source inspiration. And there are great ways to do it. If you have friends and family and you love spaces in their home, hey, where'd you get that vase? I absolutely love it. What I primarily love to do is accounts I follow on Instagram. I will save the content, I'll screenshot the picture, and it doesn't need to be the full room that I'm looking at. I'm looking at, do I like the window trim? Do I like the vase that's there? Is it the floral arrangement that I'm gravitating towards? And so what I'll do is I will screenshot it or save it, mainly both because I'm afraid of losing it. And then that way I can like write in a note too of floral arrangement or something. So I'll look for what it is I'm seeking and just try to find inspiration from people that I already follow. If you don't even know where to start from there, find one account that you really like and check who they follow. That is how I find a lot of people I normally wouldn't. Instagram's algorithm is absolutely insane. They're referencing this, that, the neighbor, the neighbor's neighbor, the neighbor's neighbor's cousin, like it's everywhere. So I'll find an account that I really gravitate towards. And I'm not saying you need to find somebody that every single thing that fits in the corner of the box, you love it. You don't need to. I follow a lot of people where I absolutely love their floral arrangements. I absolutely love somebody else's pillows and throw combination. I love somebody's moodiness that they'll bring into a space. I might not do a moody space all the time, but I still love the content that they're bringing, and that's why I'll follow them. Another great resource that has been around for quite some time is Pinterest. Pinterest, I feel like, works to gather more than Instagram does, because you have Instagram, you have Facebook, you have blogs. Everybody can dump their content on Pinterest. And so that way too, you can really organize your thoughts better. And so you can have separate Pinterest boards of floral arrangements, of tablescape ideas. I mean, heck, you can do dinner ideas too, if that's what you're looking for. I do that all the time. I sit there and say easy dinner ideas because I get decision fatigue. And so I digress, but Pinterest is a great resource as well for sourcing different things. So in my last video, actually, I had done that very like whimsical, kind of like you went outside and picked you foraged for some flowers and sticks kind of arrangement. And I had found that through Pinterest. I was sitting there feeling stumped. I didn't want to do another garland on my tablescape again and didn't really know where to go from there. And I found some inspiration on Pinterest. So that is the best way to start, is to just know what direction you're even going towards. Now we're going to be getting into the specifics. So now we are going to talk about vases. When it comes to vases, there's just so many uses for them. You can use them for your entryway, for your tablescape, a kitchen island, coffee table, nightstands, if you have open shelving or like a bookcase or something. The possibilities are endless with a beautiful vase. And when it comes to starting out, I think it's really important to look for texture and to look for the scale and shape of the item. So I have my absolute favorite go-to vase. It is from Pottery Barn. It is actually very affordable for a Pottery Barn vase, and it is a substantial one at that, let me tell you. It is not lightweight. It is a heavy vase. It also has like a found kind of look to it. It brings a lot of texture in the space. And so that one is my go-to and absolute favorite because I can literally use it all year round. So yes, I might be investing a little bit more in that vase. I think it's like $60 or something. And of course they don't do free shipping, so factor that in. But this vase gets so much use, and I love the texture and I love the height of it. The scale is just so appropriate for my entryway table. I've used it on my kitchen island as well before, but I love that it has a lot of texture in the space. So when it comes to a certain space that you're trying to decorate, think about the shape of the item that you're decorating. Most console tables or entryway tables are rectangular, so they have a harsh angle on it. I like to look for a vase that's round. You don't want to have everything round. You need to have some play on shapes to create a more balanced and cohesive space. So my entry table is a rectangle. The mirror is arched. My vase is a rounded one, but then I put a square rectangle picture frame next to it, if that makes sense. I can put some clips here and there, but I love to look for texture in a vase and something that will translate well from season to season. So my Pottery Barn one is absolutely my go-to. I also have those beautiful rustic brown ones that Target came out with a couple falls ago. So not fall of 2022, I think it was fall of 2021. They are stunning. They also work all year round, and they're brown. And what I'll tell you is that the tone of it was so important that they did it in a nice, cool, but warm way, that it wasn't like a caramel, because that would translate more to fall. So definitely look for something that's going to work for your space, height-wise, depth-wise. Like my Pottery Barn one is not as deep as that Target brown one that's on my dining table right now. That one is very wide, and so it won't fit in certain spaces. If you had open shelving, the brown one wouldn't fit, but the Pottery Barn one would. So I hope that's helpful when it comes to vase selections. Now, moving on to tablescapes. Investing in the core pieces of a tablescape will get you more bang for your buck over time. So what I like to go for is I like to go for a neutral runner. That way it can work all year round. You can do a runner, or you can also, I've seen Jenna Pierce do this. It's a cheesecloth, and it has a very organic and natural look to it. It looks absolutely beautiful. I definitely need to grab some. I keep meaning to, and I forget every time I'm at Hobby Lobby. I just black out. So this is my reminder to myself, and maybe to you as well. You can do like a cheesecloth. You could do a beautiful cream, a beige, something that will translate well from season to season. Then for chargers, obviously you could do placemats instead. I prefer the look of a charger over a placemat. I'm not willing to put in the effort of ironing stuff. Like everyone that comes over knows, like, everything's going in the washing machine, everything's going in the dryer. Like, I'm not going to sit there steaming stuff. So that's just me. If that's something you would prefer to do, by all means do it. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just sharing my thoughts and opinions. But for chargers, I have my two go-tos. I have these beautiful wood ones from Kirkland's. I know I just shared them in my last video. I will share them again. They work all year round, and they are so easy to clean, and that is my absolute favorite part of it. They were a little pricey. I want to say they were like $15 a piece or something. I got mine when they had them on sale plus an extra discount kind of situation. So it was worth it for me because I know I can use them for years and years to come. I do have a set of 8 of them because we eventually want to get a table that can extend and can seat 8. So everything that I'm doing, I'm making sure I have 8 because I don't want to have mismatched stuff. My other go-to charger is this beautiful seagrass one from Hobby Lobby. I got them last like 70% off or something like that, which was awesome. I have more than 8 of those actually, not on purpose. I just kept getting them. I think I forgot that I got them at some point. I don't know. I'm rambling, so I apologize. But the seagrass ones can technically work all year round. I favor to use them in the spring and summer because it brings in that more coastal kind of element. And again, it's bringing a texture into the space that's different than the wood charger. So that way, when it comes to my actual centerpiece, I can kind of switch things up, maybe put a wood riser that I wouldn't do with the wood chargers because they're too similar, if you understand what I'm saying. Then for my plates, I just keep mine all white. And then that way, what I can do is I can find a seasonal color and do just the salad plate as that. So that is a great budget-friendly shopping tip, is look at after season clearance stuff. I had gotten these beautiful brown ones after clearance in fall, and they honestly can work all year round. I do preference them for fall and winter, but it's just a nice and budget-friendly way to change the overall look without going and buying a full dinnerware set. I mean, everyone's got a little bit of something. Listen, I have my nutcracker plates that my grandma gave me. Love them. But I don't have Easter and nutcrackers and this and that. If that is your prerogative, by all means, do that. I don't have the storage space to make that happen. I also don't have the mind to remember that I even have half of the stuff that I have. So I like to keep things nice and neutral for my place settings. I will also do that with my napkin rings. I have these beautiful wood ones I got from Target. They were Hearth and Hand. They're neutral. They work all year round. And then my go-to is just having a floral arrangement in the center. So again, tying in that vase piece. And then I will have candle holders on both sides. Easiest pick is black. It just works with everything. Gold, some people can see as trendy. I like the fact that it brings in a different metal element without feeling harsh and heavy. And so I will have my gold and my black candle sets that just kind of swap all around my house. And they're just a perfect addition to anchor the centerpieces of what I'm doing. And then that way, all I have to do seasonally is swap out the florals and swap out the napkins. The napkins is the one thing that I will do seasonally. I have plenty that will work all year round. I just think that it's such a fun way, again, bringing in some texture as a woven, linen, striped, this, that. And so it can help bring a little bit of visual interest to your tablescape. Now, moving on to pillows and throws. Again, I will say this till I'm blue in the face. I like to keep it neutral. What a surprise. But it is true. I love to keep neutral bases that complement my sofa and couch. And that way I can seasonally change out some of the front pillows, but keep it budget friendly so that I'm not sitting there buying 8 pillows every season. Maybe I'm buying 2 or 3. Maybe that's a little much still. I don't know. I mean, I have plenty to choose from. I could probably decorate 3 full houses at this point, but I digress. It's a great way to anchor your space. And again, it doesn't need to be white, cream, beige, whatever complements what you have already. If you have a leather sofa, maybe bring in some dark charcoal, like a gray or something, but just keep that nice base and tie it into each other. And so again, as always, I'm looking at different textural elements. So I'm looking to combine a pattern with an embroidery, a knit, a woven, a linen. I'm trying to pull textures from everything because I don't want them all to get stuck together. So like for fall and winter, maybe I'll look for a velvet pillow. For spring and summer, I'm going to gravitate more towards the embroidered and linen because it's lighter to the eye. It's the same with my throw blankets. I love, especially in the winter and fall, my faux fur is my absolute go-to. It's just so beautiful. It brings a lot of contrast to the space as well. but I have my sweater knit, I have my woven, that Casaluna one that's on our bed. Absolutely love it. But yeah, so when it comes to my pillows and throws, I'm just looking to keep things simple enough that they will translate well from season to season. But most importantly, it is staying cozy. Now, the last thing that we are going to be discussing today is bedding. Just like the pillows and throws, I love to keep my bedding neutral, so that way I can just swap a couple things out seasonally and not have to keep investing in the same big pieces over and over. So we have a duvet cover on our bed. We have the, the Casaluna linen one. It is slightly heavy, so if you are a hot sleeper, it might not work for you. My husband and I are, but we leave our fan on all the time. So we're able to make that work, and the insert is a lightweight insert. But it doesn't matter if you are preferencing a duvet cover, a comforter, a quilt. Have a nice neutral base that you invest in. So maybe spend a little bit more than you would on a seasonal item. That way you're not having to replace it all the time. You're getting a quality item too. So like our Casaluna one, yes, it's budget friendly because it's from Target. It was still not cheap to get it, but I'm able to throw it in the washing machine and it comes out new every time. It looks beautiful. And we've had ours for over 2 years now. So but it's really important to invest in a good neutral piece. I do the same with my Euro pillows, and then I have my knit pillows in front of it. I've honestly kept the same ones on my bed for over a year, just swapping out the lumbar pillow, because that way I'm keeping it budget friendly. Just like on my couches, I'm not having to invest in buying 6 new pillows every season to decorate seasonally. A lot of people don't decorate their bedroom seasonally. I like to, but I don't want to have to redo my entire room every time I do it. So I focus on key parts of it. I will change out my florals on the bedside tables. I will change out the front lumbar pillow to a square sometimes, whatever seasonal item. And I will change out the bottom knit throw blanket. Again, when it comes to bedding, I love to add layers. I think adding layers brings in that cozy element, and it works all year round. So we have our linen duvet cover. Then we have this beautiful neutral coverlet. It is from Hearth and Hand. I believe it's discontinued, but Hearth and Hand came out with a new one that is really beautiful. It has a beige taupe and a gray. And then Casaluna also came out with one this year in a brown and a gray. And you can still get away with gray as a neutral core piece. You might not combine the gray with a brown pillow necessarily. That's not a generalized statement. That's just a simple one. It's not to say all the time it doesn't work, but you know what I mean. I digress. But I love to layer the coverlet, and then I put the Casaluna knit throw on top of it. And so it just creates a more intentional space with the decorating. And that way too, again, the Casaluna one, if you're gonna pick one color, get the neutral one. It is such a beautiful, beautiful piece. We have had our natural colored one for 2.5 years. I can throw it in the washing machine. I can throw it in the dryer. It looks gorgeous still. We also have the brown one. That one technically could work all year round if you like a more moody space. I prefer to use it for the fall and like through Thanksgiving. And then they also had this beautiful clay a couple years ago, and there's a gray one too. They do come out with new colors. I think the new color this year is teal. I probably wouldn't pick teal for starting out, but it's a great piece to look for. And you can find it at other places too. You don't have to get the Casaluna one. That's just the one I've had the experience with that I love. So that is going to wrap up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know it was a very different format. It was very chatty, but I hope that you guys got a lot of decorating ideas and inspiration from this. I thought it was a great topic to discuss because there's just so much to choose from. So If there is a certain item that you are still looking to get some help about what type of floral stuff I should look for seasonally or whatever, leave me a comment down below. If there's a video request of something that I haven't shared that you guys would love to know about or something, by all means. You can also email me too if you would prefer that. But thank you guys as always for your ongoing support and comments. I just love being able to share all of this stuff. I love decorating our home, and it brings me so much joy to be able to share that with you guys, and for you guys to spend the time with me here just means so much to me. So thank you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.